Following this airstrike, many aid organizations, including the World Central Kitchen, said they were pausing activities and their operations because of insecurity. Already, one of the boats that had come in from Cyprus with the World Central Kitchen, it turned back with about 240 tons of undelivered aid. Aid workers I have spoken to said they're going to revisit the situation in the coming days, but this comes amid a catastrophic humanitarian situation in Gaza, where aid groups have warned of imminent famine, particularly in northern Gaza. Now, this came on Wednesday as the bodies of the 6 foreign nationals were taken out of Gaza and through Egypt, and they are going to be repatriated. There were 3 British nationals, a Polish national, an Australian, and a dual U.S.-Canadian citizen. Their Palestinian driver was also killed. His body was given to his family and will be buried in Gaza. Now, there has been growing outpour of condemnation since this attack. United States President Joe Biden said that it just shows that Israel is not doing enough to protect civilians. The British government summoned the Israeli ambassador for a rebuke. The Canadian government said it was going to do the same. And the founder of the World Central Kitchen, Jose Andres, he said that this was an intentional strike by Israel. He said it was not a mistake. And he called on Israel to stop killing aid workers and civilians. Israel's military said on Wednesday that a preliminary investigation said that this was a mistake following a misidentification. They said that they were targeting Hamas, that they don't go after the people of Gaza, and they were going to launch an independent and thorough investigation. But the United Nations has said that this is not an isolated incident. They have been warning for months that it is dangerous to deliver assistance in Gaza, and that's because they say Israel is not providing safe passage. While this is going on in Gaza, in Israel, Netanyahu is facing increasing pressure to resign and to get the hostages back. Wednesday was the 4th day of what is being called the largest anti-government protests. Demonstrators stormed through the parliament. They smeared yellow paint on the glass. This was the color of their campaign. I have spoken to many of these protesters, and they say that Netanyahu has nothing to show for 6 months at war. And analysts say that as the 6-month date approaches, that it looks like this is becoming a war of attrition, and that it appears that Israel does not have a strategy in place.